Do you really know the difference between investing in yourself and just spending? This is one of those questions that can honestly change your life. Let's get straight to the point. A lot of people think they were investing in themselves when they spend money or time on something. But in reality, most of it is just comfort spending. Let me be honest with you. The money you spent thinking it will help you grow, it probably just gave you some comfort, a sense of safety, or fed your need for validation. That's the truth. So, what's the difference between investing in yourself and simply spending on yourself? So many people throw the word investment, without really defining what it really means to them. And when you don't define it clearly, here's what happens. You feel like you are trying hard, but nothing changed. You think you are doing the work, but you are stuck. Your money keeps disappearing. Time keeps flying by. And your life still feels the same. Why? Because you believe you are investing, but you are actually just spending for a sense of progress or relief. And the reason so many people mix the two up, because feel good spending feels productive. It gives you a quick emotional boost. That's why we choose it without even realizing it. Let's break it down with a few examples. You buy a self help book. You sign up for a seminar that's trending on Instagram. You subscribe to a mindset or productivity app. You pay for a high ticket workshop, hoping it will unlock something. You tell yourself, this is for my growth. This is going to help my future. This is how I invest in myself. But if your behavior doesn't change afterward, if your routines, mindset, or results stay the same, then it wasn't truly an investment. It was just surface level spending. Real investment leads to change. Comfort spending leads to temporary emotional relief. You feel good just buying the book. You feel inspired just by attending. You feel proud just for starting. But the feeling, that's the reward, not the transformation. That's the quiet trap of comfort spending. It makes you feel like you are growing, even when your life isn't actually shifting. And once you start believing that feeling is progress, it becomes addictive. You end up in a cycle, buying more, attending more, downloading more, but never actually doing more. Now let's flip it. Real investment is about change, not comfort. It often requires you to do something your current self doesn't want to do. And that comes with discomfort, resistance, even fear. Here's some simple examples. You buy an English textbook. If you feel accomplished just from purchasing it, that's feel good spending. But if you study it every day and keep going until you can actually speak, that's investing in yourself. You show up for 30 minutes a day. You speak even if you make mistakes. Keep going until the skill becomes second nature. Sometimes it's not fun, it's not glamorous. It pushes you against your ego and your comfort zone. But that's why it works. That's why it's real investment. Here's something to keep in mind. The biggest difference between the true investment and emotional spending is your level of commitment to your future. Surface level spending says, this is for my future. But reality, it's about soothing your present self. Real investment says, I am willing to let go of who I am now to become who I know I can be. One keeps you in the same loop, the other demands that you grow. And growth, it almost always includes discomfort. That's why so many people stay in the comfort zone. They say things like, I'm doing the best I can. I am trying. I am investing in myself. But if your outer world isn't reflecting change, if your patterns and the results are staying the same, then what you are calling investment is just emotional comfort spending. It is not about how much money or time you used. It's about whether or not something inside of you actually changed. It is not about how many books you've read. It's about what those books made you to do differently. Did the course you took shift your daily habits? Did the healing workshop open something in you that you actually follow through on? Because here's the truth. The word self-investment only means something when it's backed by action. No action equals to just a nice idea equals to spending for the feeling. Let me say it clearly. Comfort spending ends in emotional relief. Real investment leads to transformation. This isn't just a mindset shift. It's a tool you can use to check your choices. It's how you shape your future. And 5 years from now, people who understand this and the people who don't will be living very different lives. Let's look at another example. Someone says, I read 10 books a month. Sounds impressive, right? But ask them, how has your life changed because of those books? Anyone can read, but what matters is, what did you stop doing? What did you start doing? How did your behavior shift? If nothing changed, they were just chasing the feeling of growth. That is not investment. That's content consumption. It was simply reading for enjoyment, not transformation. Another one. I pay thousands of dollars every month for online seminars. That sounds like commitment. But here's the thing. Attending a seminar can give you a rush. If you feel like you are gained something, but the real question is, what happened after? Did you apply what you learned? Did your routine shift? Did your work or communication improve? Or did you just take notes and move on? Even if you can explain the concept to someone else, if you are not living them, nothing has changed. That's the difference. Here's another familiar example. You buy an iPod or high-end laptop and say, this is going to help me be more productive. But if you're still watching YouTube or scrolling Instagram all day, you haven't changed your work. You just upgraded your device. It might look like a business investment, but if your habits didn't shift, it was just feel-good tech shopping. This is the last example. You sign up for English class, you download it up, you buy materials. But after several months, you still feel shy to speak. You are still afraid to make mistakes. You are not actually using the language. Why? Because your behavior hasn't changed. Understanding something isn't the same as becoming someone new. Learning something doesn't automatically mean you've grown. Growth happens when you turn learning into action, especially when it's uncomfortable. Even things that looks productive can actually be subtle ways of avoiding real change. We say we want to evolve, but deep down, we want to keep feeling okay with who we already are. That's why it's so easy to choose comfort over change. Reading books, joining workshops, collecting tools, they all look good. But if nothing shifts, they were just emotional spending in disguise. So, what can you do? Here's a real simple question. Every time you spend time or money, ask yourself, what's actually changed because of it? And then Stick with it until real visible change happens. That's what real investment looks like. That's where the value is. Yes, real investment can feel uncomfortable because change takes energy. You have to believe in a version of yourself you haven't met yet. You have to let go of who you are now to step into who you want to become. That's the core of true investment. If you read a book, try what it teaches, even if you mess up. If you learn something, share it, even if you are scared of being judged. Set a time, follow through, don't abandon it when it gets boring or tough. That's what self investment actually looks like. So the next time you reach for your wallet or block time on your calendar, ask yourself, is this something that will grow my future? Or is this just making me feel better for now? If it's the second one, it's not wrong. Just be honest about it. But if you want to grow, you will need to start choosing the path that stretches you. And if you are watching this and thinking, "Oh wow, I've definitely done that feel good version." It's okay. We all have. Me too. The moment you notice it is the moment you can change. There are so many people who look like they were doing the work, but the people who actually evolve, they were the ones who take the truth, face the discomfort, and act on it. So I will leave you with this. Are you going to keep choosing what makes you feel like you are growing? Or are you ready to choose what will actually change your future? If this video helped you, please give it a like, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.